Hello and welcome to the channel. Following President Buhari's directive for the military to remain apolitical during the election, the military on its part revealed that there were pressure from some quarters for them to compromise the election. So the pertinent question, I guess, is who is gaming the military? Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you. 2023 elections. Who is gaming the military? Beyond President Muhammadu Buhari's directive to the military to be apolitical during the 2023 elections and the subsequent assurances by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, of the neutrality of the armed forces, legitimate concerns from critical stakeholders call for more circumspect and proactive control by the military authorities. Following a revelation by the Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo, conceded the military and other security agencies were under pressure to compromise the 2023 general election. The initial feeling in the nation's media and public spaces was that the whole politicians' dodgy game was afoot ahead of the general election. General Irabo spoke during the 61st session of the State House briefing on December 8, 2022. Clarifying what it believed was a mischievous misrepresentation of the CDS position and resultant jitters. The Defense Headquarters, in a statement signed by the Director, Defense Information, Major General Jimmy Akbo, argued that Irabo was misrepresented, insisting that neither the military nor other security agencies were under pressure to scuttle the 2023 elections. For good measure, the military high command accused the media of twisting last week's 2023 general election comment of the Chief of Defense Staff to convey a sinister meaning. The Defense Headquarters therefore seriously frowns on misrepresentation of the military leadership at any forum at this critical time of our nationhood, the statement added. The Defense Headquarters spokesman said the military would do everything necessary to ensure that the 2023 elections is free, fair, and credible. The Armed Forces of Nigeria, however, stands ready to aid civil authority in assuring free and fair 2023 elections. Already, ongoing military operations all over the country in collaboration with the Nigeria Police and other security agencies are creating an enabling environment for electioneering campaigns to hold. These military operations will be escalated or recalibrated when called upon to do so to support the successful conduct of the 2023 elections. It would be recalled that President Buhari recently urged the Nigerian army to remain apolitical and committed to the discharge of their constitutional in line with global best practices. He made the remarks while declaring open the 2022 Chief of Army Staff Annual Conference held at International Conference Center, Kasarawa, Sokoto State. He said his administration has maintained a robust policy in the modernization of Nigerian army and other armed forces for improved capacity as well as competence in the discharge of their constitutional roles. Understandably, some stakeholders are communicating their concerns on talks and counter-interpretations from the military authorities. The Atiku and Okowa presidential campaigns last week called on the military to shun lobbyists from the political class to compromise the 2023 elections and also urged politicians involved in such acts to go out and campaign to the people. Warning military personnel against any extra-constitutional interference in a country's political order is not novel. In early September 2022, former Pentagon chiefs warned that the deep divisions in U.S. politics are putting unwanted pressure on the armed forces and expressed concern that civilian political interference in the military could worsen. 8 former defense secretaries and 5 ex-Joint Chiefs chairmen signed a statement on best practices of civil-military relations that came after several years, particularly under former President Donald Trump, in which the Pentagon became immersed in political machinations. We are in an exceptionally challenging civil-military environment. Politically, military professionals confront an extremely adverse environment characterized by the divisiveness of affective polarization that culminated in the first election in over a century, when the peaceful transfer of political power was disrupted and in doubt. Looking ahead, all of these factors could well get worse before they get better, they wrote. It was for this reason that the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Isiaka Oladayo Amaho, while speaking at a route march organized by the Nigerian Air Force recently, warned personnel to remain apolitical ahead of the 2023 general election. Hamaho, who led the route march, spoke on the need for personnel to continue to be vigilant and security conscious and remain apolitical as the nation approached another election year. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you. While these warnings are important and timely in preempting any embryonic plots at extra-constitutional interference by the military in Nigeria's troubled political order, their frequency suggests a closer attention should be paid to fundamental issues of statehood that are perhaps being glossed over. General Irabo had in February declared that the members of the Nigerian Armed Forces had no plan to stage coup in the country. At a virtual media briefing coordinated from the Defense Headquarters in Abuja, the CDS said the military would continue to educate its personnel on the need to shun temptations to stage coups in the country. Irabo also urged politicians to desist from luring military personnel into political matters. The leadership of the Nigerian Armed Forces is imploring politicians to leave us alone, do not mix us up with issues that have to do with politics. They should not use political inclinations and persuasions to want to lure anybody from the armed forces into the idea of having to undertake coups and all. The men and women of the Nigerian Armed Forces have nothing whatsoever to do with anything that has to do with coup. We have learned our lessons over the years, and we have come to the realization that coups will do us more harm than good, Irabo reportedly said. Again in May, the DHQ, in a statement by its former spokesperson, Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu, warned politicians and soldiers against any military coup in Nigeria. The DHQ said it was reacting to a statement by a senior lawyer calling for the handing over of power to the military. A former chief of army staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, retired, had on December 4, 2020, sternly warned his officers and men to perish the idea of any political interference in Nigeria. According to the ex-army boss, the army hierarchy was aware that some generals were being approached and revealed that his eyes were on them. Democracy has come to stay. We will not tolerate any agent of destabilization. The years of military misadventure in politics have never carried us anywhere. It is over. Do not obnob with politicians, he had warned. Buratai had also, in May 2017, warned his officers against unholy alliances with politicians. The statement came on the heels of a major shake-up in the Nigerian army then. That's the news, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.